What's up guys, welcome back to Finance to Fly. My name is Luke and I'm here to help you elevate your travel while minimizing your spending. Today we are doing a new card review on the new Atmos Rewards Summit Visa Infinite card. And this is from Alaska Airlines. Back in the summer, back in August, middle August, they released this new high annual fee travel card as well as rebranded their mileage program to Atmos Rewards. This is their high-end travel card and I did wait till the end of the year to review it just to see what the dust settles, where it ends up being and everything else like that. The annual fee is $395 and the standard sign-up bonus is 80,000 miles after $4,000 spent in the first 3 months. You can also get an elevated offer of 100,000 miles plus a 25,000 point companion pass after $4,000 in the first 3 months. Earnings rates are 3 points per dollar spent on Alaska Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, dining, and foreign purchases. Then you're going to earn 1 point per dollar spent everywhere else. Then if you have an eligible Bank of America checking or savings account, you can get an extra 10% boost on your points. So for the benefits, this card does come with a decent amount, but it's mostly the same as your normal airline card. You're going to get 20% back on in-flight purchases. You're going to get 8 Wi-Fi passes, which are 2 per quarter. You're going to get deferred boarding, a free check bag for up to 6 people. You're going to get 8 lounge passes into the Alaska Airlines Lounge Network, and these are going to be coming at you 2 a quarter. You're going to get 2 paid drinks per lounge visit up until 2026. You're going to get your global entry / TSA pre-check credit. You'll get a $50 voucher for travel delays over 2 hours. So immediately if your flight is delayed more than 2 hours, you're going to get this in your app, or maybe it applies to your card. I'm not sure how exactly it does, but once you get it, you're going to be able to go spend it on food or whatever you need in the airport to help make the delay not as bad. And this will have to be used within 48 hours. You'll get some travel and purchase protections. And then last but not least, companion pass. I mentioned it with the sign-up bonus. It is a 25,000 point global award companion pass, and you'll receive this on your card anniversary, and if you sign up with it available. You'll then also be able to get a 100,000 point companion global award certificate after $60,000 spent. And then not to mention your partner award fees are waived when you book with partner airlines through Alaska. There's no foreign transaction fees. So what is the card worth? And we're going to do it a little bit differently than normal because there's not really a coupon style book credit. It's actually a pretty decent card. You've got the Wi-Fi passes, you got the lounge passes, the free drinks for right now, you get the $50 voucher, and it kind of all depends on how much you travel. You're going to use those if you travel on Alaska Airlines because you can get in those lounges, you can get in the Wi-Fi, and you can get a $50 voucher if your flight is delayed. But the thing is, it's also hard to value them because they only expire after a quarter, and maybe most of your travel is done in the first 6 months of the year, and after you don't get value out of those. There's a lot of situations that you can be in where I can't really give this a good value between all of them. I mean, yes, they are worth the one-time pass cost. Maybe you use them, maybe you don't, just because they are limited to 2 per quarter. The Wi-Fi pass is again limited again to 2 per quarter. You use those for a longer flight. You use those for a couple flights in a day, stuff like that. There's a lot of things to think about when you use all those credits, but the one thing that does have a good monetary value is going to be that anniversary companion pass of 25,000 points. That's going to be worth at least $250 on the low end, super low end, but you can easily get up to $500 worth, and that is only if you travel with someone else because it is a companion pass certificate. So if you aren't traveling with someone else, it doesn't have any value, but if you are traveling with someone else, it's just nice to have a little points boost when you have to pay for points for other people. So moving on to redemptions, I figured with this first one, I'd actually show you where you could use that global companion pass, and it makes a lot of sense. And so our first redemption is that you are going to be flying from Cleveland to Cabo San Lucas on American Airlines. For the redemption that I'm showing, it is a one-way ticket, but you can make it a round-trip ticket and take advantage of the full 25,000 points of the companion pass. But either way, one way is 15,000 miles plus $63 in taxes and fees. Normal cash rate of this one way is around $250. So right there, you're getting about $200 in value from those 15,000 points. If you double it, then you're going to have to only take 5,000 points out of your wallet. Use that 25,000 points or companion pass. You have to all book that on one itinerary, by the way, but that will probably bring the cash cost up to $400 to $500, where you'll get that full value for that 25,000 point companion pass. And it is a use it or lose it situation, so you can't use 10,000 on one flight and then book another one 6 months out. Next up, we're going to look at another great way to use the companion pass, this time the 100,000 point companion pass after you hit that 60,000 points in spend. Say you need to travel all the way to Bangkok from London. Yes, they do have a direct flight, but what's better than paying that high cash cost in business class when you can pay it with points and you have a 100,000 point certificate to use for your companion? Either way, you'll be flying Singapore Airlines on this, and it's going to cost 110,000 miles or $354 per person for one way. You take that 100,000 point companion pass, it's only 120,000 points for two people and about $700 in taxes and fees, obviously, but that's a much better cost than the 220,000 points that you would have had to pay. So you're only paying 10,000 out of pocket for that second person you're traveling with, 110 out of your pocket for you. Last but not least, I want to show you actually a really bad redemption and a bad way to use your companion pass. So you can book British Airways with your Alaska miles on this flight from London Gatwick to Tenerife, Portugal. This is a little island out in the Atlantic Ocean. You can get a one-way for $103 in the off season. Meanwhile, that same price is costing 22,000 miles and $72 to redeem with points. That's like a tenth of a cent a point in value. It's probably the worst redemption I've seen. It would be terrible to use your companion pass for this. It would only get you about $100 in value. Plus you'd have to spend the $72, so it'd only get you like $30 in value. Look for better redemptions. This is an example of what not to do. So now for my thoughts on this card, and who is this card for? Well, like I said, I let the dust settle, and it's kind of interesting how this card has developed and what they really propose with this card. It's a $395 annual fee card, and you're not getting those coupon book style credits. You're getting free drinks, you're getting Wi-Fi passes, you're getting lounge passes, and you're getting $50 vouchers if you're delayed. Companion pass, yes. The biggest takeaway, why are you paying that $395 if you probably aren't going to make it back? Well, you're paying it for that #1 loyalty brand, and that is what they've been advertising this card for, and that's what I think they're striving to be, the #1 loyalty brand, so people go to them to earn points. I would assume if they are promoting that, then they're not going to be devaluing them too soon, but they could, obviously. Their award values are really good. You can get 45,000 points one-way business class between US and Europe on Aer Lingus. I just showed you 110,000 miles to Bangkok from London. Not only that, in 2026, they allow you to choose how you're gonna earn your points. You can either earn 1 mile per distance, 5 miles per dollar spent, or $500 per segment. So depending on what your type of flights are with Alaska, you can earn all these points. Best yet, you can earn elite status qualifying miles on award flights and partner award flights. With all that though, it is a non-tangible benefit if you are not using the card. And all that means is this card is great if you travel Alaska a lot internationally. And then where the card really delivers is the 25,000 point global companion pass and then 100,000 after $60,000 spent. But where are you gonna get really the most value out of it day to day? It's gonna be that 3 points per dollar spent on foreign purchases, and that's all foreign purchases. You need a new hair dryer, 3 points per dollar spent. You need dog food for outside the country, 3 points per dollar spent. If you live outside the US and are able to get this card is a no-brainer. It's really, really simple to earn those 3 points per dollar spent. Not only that, you also have a great rewards program backing that 3 points per dollar spent. So it's not like you're earning IHG or Hilton points and they're not really worth anything and you're gonna have to have millions and millions and millions of them to get a redemption. This, you can earn 3 points per dollar spent to spend $25,000 in a year and get a business class ticket pretty much almost everywhere in the world, depending on what rate you get and where you're flying from and where you're flying to. $13,000 spent, you're gonna earn the annual fee back to, so about $400 worth of points, and that's at 1 cent per piece. So if you value them at a lot higher, like 2 or 3 cents per point where they're normally valued, you're gonna do even better. And that's kind of where this card comes down to. It makes sense for those that are living outside the US or for those that are pretty much outside of the US for most of the year, whether it's travel or whatnot. It makes a lot of sense to have this card. 3 points per dollar spent baseline, it's really good. Not only all of that, when you do spend on these cards, you're gonna get 1 loyalty point per $2 spent, and that loyalty is reciprocal to American Airlines. So you are getting American Airlines status, One World status, Alaska status, all with this one card. And then the biggest thing is when you break this down from domestic to international, if you travel more domestic, you're gonna wanna go with a $95 annual fee card. That's because they give you a $99 companion pass, which can be used within the US. This global one can be used within the US on this high annual fee card, but it's more geared towards global, so you can use it wherever. Plus it's using points, which is even better because you're not spending cash. If you travel internationally a lot, this is a great card for you. If you travel Alaska Airlines and domestic a lot, probably look at the $95 annual fee card. You're gonna get more value out of it just because you don't have to pay an extra $300 in annual fee, and the companion pass is gonna be a little bit easier to use within the US. So pretty much, I guess, if you are traveling internationally, you'd look at this card. If you are living internationally, you definitely want to look at this card. The 3 points per dollar spent is great, and then you have a great rewards program backing that up. If you're wondering who this card is not for, it's probably not for those that want a sock drawer. To be honest, $395 is a hard annual fee to earn back, especially from only a 25,000 point global award certificate. If you don't travel Alaska Airlines a lot too, you need to be traveling them in order to get into their lounges, in order to use their Wi-Fi, in order to use that $50 voucher. You can't take advantage of all that stuff. You're not going to get good value out of this card, and it's just better off getting a different airline card or a different premium travel card. That being said, if you do book American every once in a while, maybe you want to look at this card because you do spend on this. You do get 1 loyalty point towards $2 spent, so you can earn American Airlines loyalty too. But wrapping things up, what do you think of the card? Do you think the card's design is pretty good? Do you like that they have 3 points per dollar spent on all foreign transactions? What are your thoughts on the new global companion passes? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and if you could hit that like and subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. Until next time, have a great day.